everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and welcome to Look Back. Look Back is a series of videos that I do where I take a look at reviews I did a year, 5 years ago, and 10 years ago. Although in this particular video, as may be the case for the next few, there's nothing happening 10 years ago because I was preparing to move from Korea to America. So let's just take a look then at the ones I did last year first, and that is Downfall. So Downfall was a game that I just really disliked. Beautiful components. There's probably some people out there that really will like this game. Post-apocalyptic, but there's nuclear radiation consistently coming in. You have to constantly feed people. It just felt like there was so much negative. This game constantly beats you down, and I don't want to play a game that's doing that. And then you can even attack other players in the midst of them getting beat up by the game itself. Mage is an interesting area control style game where you're, getting different colors of magic, then combining those to get to a higher level, then combining those to get to a higher level. It's a neat game. At the end of the day, the board's a little busy for me, and it was a little bit, just the tiniest bit boring, I think is the best word for it. I just wasn't excited by it. The concept of the game was neater than the game itself. Zombicide Invader, we reviewed that. Sam likes that way more than I did when we did the Miami Dice review. I still liked it. It's probably my favorite of the Zombicide games. I like the space aspect of it, and I like the fact that there's more shooting in it than running up and hacking and slashing. Creatures and Cupcakes, this is from the Gray Fox Kids Studios, a fun little game for kids. My kids really enjoyed this one. I took a look at Dungeons and Dragons Waterdeep, Dungeon of the Mad Mage, another one in their series. This is this continual series of games. I haven't seen one of these come out this year yet, but it's a great cooperative game, and this one had some cool miniatures in it for sure. And Copenhagen. I tell you what, folks, Copenhagen, I gave it, you can see an 8 here. I would raise this for the deluxe version with the translucent tiles, and Copenhagen keeps swaying on the edge because it's such a great gateway game. For people who've never played games before, Copenhagen is very Tetris-y, where you take these tiles, you spend cards to get tiles, and then build your little skyscraper. It is a fantastic game. 5 years ago, I played Fishing Party, which is horrifyingly bad. Double feature, this is a game in which you have different categories of movies, two things, and think of a movie that matches them. There's a lot of these games out there. This one was okay. Antidote, someone has spilled something and one person has the antidote. You're trying to figure it out. This is back and forth. It's like a little social deduction-ish, this game. It's an okay game, but just lack that oomph that these games need. Tigers and Euphrates. Every time you see me rank this one, it's going to change. So 7, 5 years ago, now it's 6. I waffle on it. I know it's a fantastic, amazing game, and it still bugs me, the strength of the tile pool at various points. And then later on, I'll be like, they're not that big of a deal. Then later on, I'm like, yeah, they are. So I waffle. Right now, it's a 6. Dimension. This is a cool game where you basically have to build a little pyramid of marbles following a certain number of rules, trying to meet as many of those rules as you can. It's a fun puzzle. I like it a lot. Telepathy, this is like a logic deduction style game. I think I reviewed 2 of them, one for adults and one for kids. I like the adult one better, but just it's a 2-player back and forth trying to figure out something they picked on a grid. And then Mexica, the mask game. This one astounds me in that when I first played this game, it was the one in the trilogy I liked the least. I liked both Java and Tikal better. Now it's the one I like the best. The version I reviewed 5 years ago is a really nice production, fantastic one. It is an area control game, and you determine the size of the areas. Very mean, very in your face. I like it a lot. Mexica. That's what I was reviewing a year and 5 years ago. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching Look Back on the Dice Tower.